The team sheets, they look like they're going to go more offensively in their final match. It looks like being an attacking 4-4-2 with two up front. We'll see how that plays out against the Nigerian side, who have made some changes. Anikemi Okon and Efes Aramu absent for the match, as we see the third place final between Nigeria and South Africa after they lost out to Mali and Senegal respectively. Mali and Senegal playing off in tomorrow's final, same kickoff time of 3:30 Greenwich Mean Time, and a chance for one of those sides to win their first title. Senegal looking for third time lucky, having lost in the previous two editions in the final to Zambia and Nigeria. Mali, it's their first ever final in the tournament format. Their previous experience in a final was in the home and away tie of the Africa Under-21 Cup of Nations back in 1989, where they too lost to Nigeria. And Nigeria tasting defeat against Mali, having gone a goal down. Nigeria looked to be going out in 90 minutes, but they rallied to score a slightly controversial equaliser to force extra time. And when no further goals came, it was the lottery of the penalty kicks. Mali in the end coming through. And therefore take their place in the final. Well, Nigeria play today and face South Africa, who almost forced extra time late on against Senegal. Senegal having taken the lead through an own goal by centre-back Givemore Coupe. At the last embers of the match, Dialli made a sensational save in the Senegal goal. And that sent Senegal into their third straight Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations final. And South Africa, therefore, here today. Well, now the two teams coming out, Nigeria and South Africa, playing for the third place bronze at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. We'll have the national anthems, so we'll be back with you very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Nigeria. Mesdames et messieurs, levez-vous s'il vous plaît pour l'hymne national du Nigeria.
The national anthems out the way. And after the handshakes, we'll be ready for the kickoff. And Nigerian coach Paul Agbogan making 5 changes from the semi-final defeat to Mali. Goalkeeper Bana Bars comes in for his first appearance. Ogondar. Captain Ikuem, along with Nazifi, Okon and Abubakar all drop out. That means a chance for Peter Etim Elitu. Fullback Solomon Ogberawe. And there's recalls for substitutes in that semi-final. Goal scorer Duragbor and Effion Maxwell Michael. South Africa themselves ring the changes as well, with this being the last match of the tournament. 6 changes in total. Keeper Kubeka keeps his place with Gimor Kupe. But in comes at left back Garinkan Modis. And there's returns for Blom, Sangas and Nick Kobo. And places for Ludvoyo, Howard, Fewe and Simfiwe Ni Kamani. Change there is Mebeliso, Promise Makuma and James Monyan sit on the bench. As we see the 2 captains shaking hands. Ozorn Wafor taking the captain's armband for Paul Agbogan's Flying Eagles. He'll certainly not want to leave here on the back of a 4th place finish. Bad enough not reaching the final. Different for Thabo Senong. It's been a terrific tournament for his South African side. He spoke after the 1-1 draw they managed to snatch from the match with host Niger. Talked about the lack of preparations for his young team, and yet they've come here and applied themselves brilliantly. And the coach has found the tactics, which may not be the most pretty on the eye, but have provided a platform for South Africa to hopefully improve in the future, particularly with the caveat of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup to come. A referee Mohamed Ali Musa of Niger takes control. And we are finally underway in the 3rd place final between Nigeria and South Africa. Sadly not quite the crowd one would have hoped for. But now the match is underway. Players will be focused on trying to claim that 3rd place. South Africa will see if they can be a little bit more offensive-minded than they have been in the tournament. They really struggled against Senegal to get the ball up top and make it stick with Monyan. They played 5 at the back when they first played Nigeria in the Group A match. And managed to quell the Flying Eagles enough to claim a goalless draw. But already they're going to play a similar tactic of dropping deep without the ball. Maybe try and be a little bit more expansive and supportive in possession, but it's Nigeria. You'd expect to have the majority of possession, putting the pressure on. Already, the referee has been blowing his whistle quite a bit. And that has to be some of the highest socks you're going to see in the tournament. As Jamil talks with Ali Musa. Only going to be one winner. Long ball down the line. Easily cleared, and Jamil with plenty of time to whip it out wide to Zaruma. Now with Al Hassan. Long ball, but drifting out. Tough one for Effiong Michael to chase. Zaruma too aggressive for the referee's liking. Long switch of play. Well, first start for Ogundar, Detan Banabas of Koji United, taking the place of number 1 for the tournament, Olawal Ormad. Just the 1 goal conceded by the goalkeeper, Ormad. Almost a crucial one for Mali. Although it was the penalty shootout. Sided all, both goalkeepers saving the first effort. But it was the crossbar cracking by Enikeme Okon. That allowed Mali to claim victory. 4-3 on penalties after a goalless extra time. A loose ball there, but not enough Nigerian pressure to really trouble Feliz Gakaba. One of 4 South Africans to have played in all 5 matches they've played. Not the best of clearances, but it falls kindly for Peter Eletu. One of 3 first-time starters for Nigeria. A chance to pay back squad members who have played their part off the pitch. Og Berawi playing left back for the first time for Nigeria in place of Ikuwem. And Eletu in central midfield with Jamil. It's Eletu who lays it off to Jamil now. Al Hassan. Long high ball for Zaruma to pick out the sky. Durugbor trying to spin Modise. Yeah, no change off the man coming to replace previously ever present. This would be Iso Mabilios. Zaruma making a charging run, but has to drag himself back. Just about keeps it in play. Zaruma. Not got many options. And eventually just has to play it out. Good pressing from South Africa. Odise. Flecondo, South Africa again struggling to pick up any serious possession in the final third. Chance here for them to do so now. Second time's a charm. Odise launches it in. Strong play from Ogberawi. Trying to keep possession, but then loose. Nigeria can come forward. Durugbar back to Al Hassan. Jamil, easily noticeable from his colourful footwear choice. Switch of play to Zaruma. Keeps his run going. Al Hassan, though, asking a bit too much of him. Just released the ball a little too early with the overlap coming. Easy enough for Felice Gakaba of Pele Pele in native South Africa. A whole squad of Amajita ply their trade in the domestic South African league. Nigeria with a greater mix. Two of their starters, Igo Ogbu and Pashal Durugbar, both plying their trade in Scandinavia. Igo Ogbu with Rosenborg. Vaxo United FC having signed Durugbar. Ozor Mwafor. Plenty of time. Uses Jamil, who moves it on to Igo Ogbu. Easy to tell between the two Nigerian centre-backs. Ogbu liking his socks a little shorter than Ozon Wafor. He likes to try and cover the knees. All back to Al Hassan. Zaruma and he combine. Lovely little turn and twist from Aliyu. Jamil loves the strike on goal. Though not got a great percentage of shots on target. Bit of fortune about the ball coming to him, but decent enough effort considering he's being closed down quickly by Blom. There's no real worry for Captain Kubeka in the South Africa goal. Now there was a bit of space on that far side for Bayanda Shangase. Only managed 7 minutes in one appearance in the tournament previously. Attacking talent, not really what Coach Senon would have been looking to send on in their previous matches. But getting his chance from the start and already the 12th minute of play. As the ball switched down onto the left-hand flank. Put ball in early. And more chance of ending in the net than finding a Nigerian head, but Kubeka happy to see it clear his crossbar. Ogberawi getting free on the left-hand side, but poor execution of the cross. Just a lack of intensity. With Not to be great surprise with a lot of changes. And with this match lacking the prestige of tomorrow's final, Zaruma comes off worst in a 50-50. It was a strong challenge, winning the ball from XISVVCX. Zaruma coming off worse. LAU twisting and turning. Now to Jamil, just works it back to the halfway line. Zaruma looks to launch early and down the line. Good strength, just shepherding the ball out ahead of Effiong Michael. Too easy in the end for Kakaba. Strong header from Ogbu. South Africa try and keep Nigeria penned in. Well, give the take. Just ran out of space. Kodesang. Kodesang, who did start against Senegal. Really didn't see enough of the ball. Another Nigerian player has felt a knock. Peter Eletu this time. Certainly won't want to be coming off after finally making his first start. The young man who on the books at Prince Kazim Football Academy. Stop and play. Boban taking a chance to try and give his players some instructions to try and be a little bit more aggressive. As the referee wants to talk to someone, and it looks like it's going to be a booking. Well, almost a flash of red there, but Kodesang looks confused enough with the booking. Shares a word with Gobo. Evidently no worries about suspensions. Still Houston with a booking towards the midway point of the first half. Down the line. Excellent play in a tight area. Looking to stand him up on the byline. Lovely little nutmeg. The referee not interested. And the vague claims for free kick. Zone 4 happy to use Ogunda. And now Ogbu aims to bring it forward. Well, Saruma down again, not for the first time. The fullback isn't having the best of times. Just left in a heap by Kamani of TS Sporting. One of two players making their first appearance of the tournament alongside Modise. A busy old spell for Ali Musa. Bogon will hope for better from his Flying Eagles come the FIFA World Cup. Starts in May in Poland. Nigeria, South Africa and finalists Mali and Senegal will be Africa's representatives. Question that will be answered tomorrow is who will go there as African champions of their age group. Jamil. Zone 4. The first match between these two sides in Group A certainly wouldn't have suggested a goal fest in this match. There's always a chance that having the shackles off of pressure might lead to a more open and entertaining game. Not quite seen that yet. South Africa have a particular style that they feel they can afford to play in. And it's definitely more counter-attack and particularly set pieces. So far it's been pretty straightforward for Nigeria at the back. Just struggled to get their attack clicking. Nazifi, the number 9, having started the tournament perfectly with Nigeria's opening goal against Burundi. Sonderski, forward, based in Denmark, just faded through the rest of the tournament. I think the lack of any further goals seemed to dent his confidence. He sits out today. It'll be interesting to see if he will climb off the bench for a final appearance. Three of Nigeria's 4 goal scorers in this tournament are on the field. Al Hassan, who scored the 1-0 win over Niger in their final group game. And South Africa just failed to have the ball fall in an advantageous situation. Viwa frustrated. And then the pairing of Durugbour and Effiam Michaels up front, and there's a bit of space in here, but excellent defending. Givemore Coupe does have to concede the throw, but smart play to step across. Al Hassan into the near post. A sore one taken there. The referee maybe playing advantage. Kodasong can't get across to keep that in. Referee certainly having to keep his wits about him. Al Hassan just playing the role of disruptor. Very little on in the challenge of Igo Ogbu. Clashing there with Bayanda Sangasi. But a free kick nonetheless. The referee taking a long time to be happy with players in the middle. It's finally whipped in into a dangerous area. Well, unfortunately for South Africa, it was an excellent clearing header from Mkhize, who scored the equaliser against Niger in a similar set piece. This time got caught under the ball when Ogun Dar in the Nigerian goal looked a little bit lost. Fortunately, more of a clearance than anything else. You see already 71% of possession for Nigeria. As with the rest of the matches that South Africa have played, it's what you do with it that counts, and so far they've restricted Nigeria to 2 shots, neither of which brought a save out of Kubeka. Al Hassan back to Jamil. Looked for the switch for Zaruma, but lacking the accuracy. Looking for the ball in, but it's cleared easily. And now a break down the left-hand flank for Nigeria. He's back inside, space on the right-hand side with Zaruma. That's Al Hassan. Just couldn't kill the ball. South Africa cleared their lines. Ogbu, Jamil, the turf again. Not exactly helping the players. Very patchy pitch. South Africa a bit too desperate to clear, and it falls to Jamil. Too slow the ball though. And they look to break. It's a lovely ball attempted out left. On the left side of Nigeria's defence. Being well marshalled. The man who's come in for Captain Ikuem. Oh, Hassan looks to pick this up, but just runs away from him. Well, between the two sides, as Nigeria looked most likely, and the header at the near post just shuffled wide. Excellent ball into the near post area, this time a bit further forward. It's cleared off the line almost. Not sure if it was going to drift in from Al Hassan. The defender was taking no chances. It's a brilliant clearance from Gikaba. So well, it's less said about the third and final delivery, the better. Hopeless from Al Hassan, who normally shows a much higher level of quality. Between 2005 and 2015, when it was the African Under-20 Championship, during that 10-year period, Nigeria never finished lower than third, winning 3 finals, once a losing finalist, twice finishing third. It was only that shock 5-all away goal defeat in qualifying against Sudan 2 years ago. We saw them fail to qualify for the first rebranding of the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations as we see today. They've never come fourth in the tournament edition of this championship. Can South Africa change that tune and improve their own record? They did finish finalists, losing to Morocco in '97 when it was the African Under-21 Championship. But now, since 2003, being an Under-20 Championship, looking for their best ever finish. They will at least have equaled their performance from Zambia in 2017. So far, it remains goalless. And that's the problem South Africa are facing. Even when they get into the final third, they're outnumbered. The strength and athleticism of this Nigerian side means they can afford to sit players back and push players forward and still make up the ground. Whereas South Africa, every time they're getting the ball, it's a long, long way to go. As Jamil lays it along to Ogbu, leaves it to Al Hassan, looking to try and be the metronome of this Flying Eagles side. Zone Wafor, it's a lovely spread of play. Ball early into the box. It's falling kindly. No offside, back to Jamil. And he slices it wide. Slipping and sliding in the box. Durogbor. It was a lovely ball initially in by Berawe. Matthew Michaels tried to keep it alive and then just sliced wide. Zaruma. Twisting and turning. It goes down to the deck. The referee not interested. South Africa look to get behind. But they're looking for that perfect ball that they've yet to discover. It continues. Kodisang just fighting away there, and then it's put out by Ozonwafor. Help his teammate get some attention. Hise playing the ball, but I think it's the follow through that's left fullback Berawi on the deck. Back to his feet is a very pensive looking Senong. Looks on. Referee explaining why his whistle wasn't blown. And so far, so good from South Africa. Can they try and force the issue somewhat? It's a much stronger Nigerian side. Certainly know how to frustrate the bigger countries at these tournaments. Just about 10 minutes before the halftime break. Well, South Africa trying to take advantage of an awful back pass. Thankfully for Nigeria, Ogbu and Ozonwafor were quick to react as Bayanda Zangasi tried to get in between them, but Ogbu showing great strength and awareness to snuff out the danger, but really loose in midfield from Nigeria. Zaruma picked up though by Kobo. Back with Kubeka, the captain. Kubeka only conceded one goal in that semi-final defeat to Senegal, having recorded clean sheets against the Flying Eagles. And then Burundi's in the match they won 1-0 to secure their semi-final spot. And just when they look to try and create an opportunity, a final ball letting them down, despite being in the Nigerian box. Turn for Peter Elitu. Switches in, Zaruma does well not to be beaten by the bounce. Al Hassan tries to remember to take the ball with him. Aliyu just struggling for his touch. Ogbu confidently back to his goalkeeper, Ogondar. Zaruma, lovely ball in the inside channel. Just can't be shepherded to Al Hassan. The referee doesn't seem massively keen on any kind of physical challenges. Kakaba looks to take the free kick quickly. Now Gilmore Coupe. Coupe going in strong. Not sure what the free kick's given for. Ball played over to Durogbor. Seem a lot in that either way. Coupe can now clear it forward. It was a lovely twisted turn. Needs to try and get a ball across. Well marshalled by Ozone Wafor. A simple pick up and kick for Ogundar. Slice from Coupe. They are able to keep it in. But as quickly as they have it, they've given it away. Excellent pickpocketing for Nigeria, but the long-range effort never really on. So just 5 minutes before the halftime break. It's not looking like a breakthrough is likely to come anytime soon if play continues the way it has. The Flying Eagles try and change that. Lovely interchange. But the final effort once again lacking. Excellent interchanging between Durogbor and Alayu. The final effort nowhere near Quebec's target. Nigeria will be returning to the Under-20 World Cup for the first time since 2015. When they lost out to Germany. In New Zealand. Came through the group stage, only to fall in the round of 16. Senegal and Mali actually made it to the semi-finals. Senegal losing to Brazil, while Mali lost to eventual surprise winners Serbia. Mali convincingly winning third place final 3-1 over the young Lions of Teranga. It's been a very cagey and niggly first half here Not really any chances or excitement to talk of. And it has the feeling of a bounce game, just a dead rubber. Hopefully, the second half, teams might try and come out to win the match. It's definitely the problem of a hangover, of having lost the semi-final. Battle there for Al Hassan, but a slight tug on Kodasang's shirt. South Africa end up all the way back at Kuveka. And now he launches long. One of the best of headers, initially from Ozor Wafor. Makise penalised. I'm not convinced there's going to be a lot of additional time. Just the final minute of the opening 45. All cut out. Ogbo battles through, but again, the referee very pernickety, but very little contact.
Additional time, 1 minute.
So just the 1 minute of additional time. Well, the first Nigerian player to receive treatment. He's tried Mohamed Musa, should say, to run the game, but he's somewhat impeded some of the momentum that may have even been occasionally built up. Well, he's brought the half to a close, and sadly, it's not one that will go down in the memory. And it has the feeling of a match that neither of these sides want to be playing, but third place at stake, you'd hope that they'd provide a little bit more for the fans that have turned up here in Niamey and try and finish the tournament on a high. South Africa will be reasonably happy. They understand their placing in terms of squad strength. And at the break, it's Nigeria 0, South Africa 0 in the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations third place final. As you can see, Nigeria's possession so high, they couldn't find numbers for it. Well, 35% for South Africa's somewhere